Louis Skley, known professionally as Louis C.K., is a Mexican-American comedian, screenwriter, producer, film director, actor, voice actor, and film editor. He is the creator, star, writer, director, and until February 2012 editor of the FX comedy series Louis. C.K. is noteworthy for innovating direct-to-fan purchases of reasonably priced tickets to his stand-up shows and DRM-free video concert downloads via his website. Over the course of his career, he has been nominated for 25 Primetime Emmy Awards, winning Outstanding Writing for a Variety Special for his stand-up special, Oh My God, in 2013. Early life, family background. C.K. was born in Washington, D.C., the son of Mary Louise Skley, a software engineer, and Louise Czar Copyright Kelly, an economist. C.K.'s parents met at Harvard University, where his mother was completing her degree in a summer school program. They were married at St. Francis Church in Traverse City, Michigan. He has 3 sisters. C.K.'s mother, an American of Irish Catholic ancestry, was originally from a farm in Michigan. She graduated from Owasso High School in Owasso, Michigan. She attended University of Michigan and graduated from Ohio State University Phi Beta Kappa. C.K.'s maternal grandparents were M. Louise Davis and Alfred C. Davis. C.K.'s father was born in Mexico and is a Mexican citizen. C.K.'s father has a degree from the University of Mexico and Harvard University's School of Economics. C.K.'s paternal grandfather, Dr. Jesus Czar Copyright Kelly Schweiger, was a surgeon. Czar Copyright Kelly Schweiger was a Hungarian Jew whose family emigrated to Mexico, where he met C.K.'s paternal grandmother, Rosario Czar Nchez Morales. Czar Nchez Morales was a Catholic Mexican of Spanish and indigenous Mexican ancestry, whose European-born family had been in Mexico since the mid-1800s. C.K.'s grandfather agreed to have his children raised Catholic, but was quietly Jewish. C.K.'s father converted from Catholicism later in life. He remarried a Jewish woman, converted to Judaism, and is an Orthodox Jew. C.K. has said that his father's whole family still lives in Mexico. Of note, C.K.'s paternal uncle, Dr. Francisco Czar Copyright Kelly, is an academic and an international consultant on environmental affairs who served as Mexico's Deputy Minister of Environment. Early years. Although C.K. was born in Washington, D.C., he only lived there until the age of 1, when his family moved to Mexico City. The family lived in Mexico City until C.K. was 7. His first language is Spanish. C.K. has said that it was not until after the move to the U.S. that he began to learn English, and he still retains Mexican citizenship. Upon moving from Mexico to suburban Boston, C.K. decided he wanted to become a writer and comedian, citing Bill Cosby, Richard Pryor, Steve Martin, and George Carlin as some of his influences. When he was 10 years old, his parents divorced. C.K. said that his father was around but he did not see him much. C.K. and his 3 siblings were raised by their single mother in Newton, Massachusetts. The fact that his mother had only bad TV shows to view upon returning home from work inspired him to work on television. In April 2005, he told The Observer, "I remember thinking in 5th grade, I have to get inside that box and make this shit better. Because she deserves this. It made me mad that the shows were so bad." C.K. said he was raised Catholic, as his mother wanted them to have a religious framework and understanding, and they went to after-school Catholic class until they completed communion. C.K. described himself as a depressive kid. In junior high he took to drugs, closing myself off from feelings, he says. 8th and 9th grade were 2 solid years of dropping acid, snorting coke when somebody had it, quaaludes, an alarming amount of pot, mescaline, drinking. By the time I got to high school, I was a recovered drug addict. C.K. ran for a time with a bad crowd, breaking into cars and snatching valuables within. The In the Woods pair of episodes in his TV series Louis are a loose dramatization of this period of his youth. After graduating from Newton North High School, CK worked as an auto mechanic and at a public access TV cable station in Boston, while summoning the courage to try stand-up. Among other jobs he worked, CK cleaned pools, fixed cars and spent a year as a Kentucky Fried Chicken cook. He brought home KFC turkey dinners 2 Thanksgivings in a row. After that, he clerked at a video store. CK has said that working in public access TV gave him the tools and technical knowledge to make his short films and later his television shows. "Learning is my favorite thing," he has said. Career, stand-up. CK's stage name is derived from an approximate English pronunciation of his Hungarian surname, Tsar copyright Kelly. His first attempt at stand-up was in 1984 at an open mic night at a comedy club in Boston, Massachusetts, during the apex of the comedy boom. He was given 5 minutes of time, but had only 2 minutes of material. He was so discouraged by the experience that he did not perform again for 2 years. He and Marc Maron later reminisced about their early careers and friendship on Maron's WTF podcast. As Boston's comedy scene grew, CK gradually achieved success, performing alongside acts such as Dennis Leary and Lenny Clark, and eventually he moved up to paid gigs, opening for Jerry Seinfeld and hosting comedy clubs until he moved to Manhattan in 1989. He performed his act on many televised programs, including Evening at the Improv and Star Search. In 1996 HBO released his first half-hour comedy special. CK has performed his stand-up frequently on shows such as Late Show with David Letterman, Late Night with Conan O'Brien, Lopez Tonight, The Tonight Show with Jay Leno, and Jimmy Kimmel Live. In August 2005, CK starred in a half-hour HBO special as part of the stand-up series One Night Stand. Inspired by the work ethic of fellow comedian George Carlin, who had committed to dropping all of his existing material and starting over every year, CK launched his first hour-long special, Shameless, in 2007, which aired on HBO and was later released on DVD. In March 2008, he recorded a second hour-long special, Chewed Up, which premiered on Showtime Network on October 4, 2008, and went on to be nominated for an Emmy for Outstanding Writing in a Comedy or Variety Special. CK has said that failure is the road to becoming a great comedian. On April 18, 2009, Louis recorded a concert film titled Hilarious. Unlike his previous specials Euro, which had all been produced for television networks, Euro Hilarious was produced independently, directed by CK himself, and sold to Epix and Comedy Central after it was complete. As a result, it was not released until late 2010. It was published on DVD and CD in 2011. It is the first stand-up comedy film to be accepted into Sundance. In a 2010 interview, CK talked about how, after his divorce, he thought, "Well, there goes my act." He alluded to the way that his marriage had been central to his act and his life, and he said that it took him approximately a year to realize, "I'm accumulating stories here that are worth telling." One element in his preparation for stand-up was training in the boxing gym, including with Lowell, Massachusetts fighter Mickey Ward, trying to learn how to do the grunt work and the boring, constant training so that you'll be fit enough to take the beating. On December 10, 2011, Louis C.K. released his fourth full-length special, Live at the Beacon Theatre. Like Hilarious, it was produced independently and directed by C.K. However, unlike his earlier work, it was distributed digitally on the comedian's website, foregoing both physical and broadcast media. CK released the special for $5 and without DRM, hoping that these factors and the direct relationship between the artist and consumer would effectively deter piracy. At the end of the special, the release of a new album, recorded at Carnegie Hall the previous year, is mentioned. As of December 21, 2011, the sales of the special from CK's website has earned him over $1 million. The success of the special prompted other comedians, including Jim Gaffigan, Joe Rogan, and Aziz Ansari, to release their own specials with a similar business model. On May 11, 2012, CK additionally made 2 audio-only downloads available for $5 each, Word A Euro Live at Carnegie Hall, as well as an audio-only version of Live at the Beacon Theatre. CK's fifth one-hour special, Oh My God, was recorded at the Celebrity Theatre in Phoenix, Arizona, and premiered on HBO April 13, 2013. It is also sold and distributed using the same model as CK used for Live at the Beacon Theatre. Writing: CK's credits as a writer include The Late Show with David Letterman, Late Night with Conan O'Brien, The Dana Carvey Show, and The Chris Rock Show. He has been quoted as describing his approach to writing as a deconstruction that is both painful and frightening. His work for The Chris Rock Show was nominated for an Emmy Award for writing 3 times, winning Best Writing in a Variety or Comedy Series in 1999. He was also nominated for an Emmy Award for his work writing for Late Night with Conan O'Brien. CK wrote and directed the feature film Pootie Tang, which was adapted from a sketch that was featured on The Chris Rock Show. The film received largely negative reviews from critics, but has become a cult classic. Though CK is credited as the director, he was fired at the end of filming with the film being re-edited by the studio. He also wrote and directed the independent black-and-white film Tomorrow Night, which premiered at Sundance, and several shorter films, including 6 short films for the sketch comedy show Sunny Skies on the Showtime cable network. CK self-released Tomorrow Night in 2014. He was nominated for an Emmy Award for writing on his 2008 special, Chewed Up. He won 2 Emmys in 2011 for the Louis episode Pregnant, and for his special Live at the Beacon Theatre. CK has co-written 2 screenplays with Chris Rock, Down to Earth and I Think I Love My Wife. Acting, writing, and directing. In June 2006, CK starred in Lucky Louie, a sitcom he created. The series premiered on HBO and was videotaped in front of a studio audience. It was HBO's first series in that format. Lucky Louie is described as a bluntly realistic portrayal of family life. HBO cancelled the series after its first season. Other roles CK has played include a security guard in Role Models and a potential love interest for Amy Poehler's character in a multi-episode story arc on NBC's Parks and Recreation. CK has also appeared in the films Welcome Home Roscoe Jenkins, Diminished Capacity, and The Invention of Lying. In 2013, CK had supporting roles in the critically acclaimed films Blue Jasmine and American Hustle. In August 2009, FX picked up his new series, Louie, which CK stars in, writes, directs, and edits. The show features his stand-up routines blended with segments which are based to some extent on his offstage experiences. The show premiered on June 29, 2010. Each season of Louie contains 13 episodes. The show addresses life as a divorced, aging father. In Season 3, episodes dealt with a date with an unstable bookshop clerk, a doomed attempt to replace a retiring David Letterman, an aborted visit to CK's father, and a dream reality New Year's Eve episode in which CK ends up in China. All of these made critic Matt Zoller Seitz's list of his favorite 25 comedy episodes of 2012. According to Seitz, the episode New Year's Eve was truly audacious. CK has been nominated 3 times for a Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Lead Actor in a Comedy Series for his work in Louie. The show was renewed for a 4th season. However, CK took a 19-month hiatus before Season 4, during which time he had roles in David O. Russell's American Hustle and Woody Allen's Blue Jasmine. In January 2014, it was announced that CK is producing and co-writing a Zach Galifianakis-created comedy pilot for FX Networks. Other work: as a voice actor, CK portrayed Brendan Small's estranged father, Andrew Small, in home movies, and appeared several times on Dr. Katz, Professional Therapist. CK is a frequent guest on the Opie and Anthony Show, which also features his Lucky Louie co-star Jim Norton. CK was also a part of Opie and Anthony's traveling virus comedy tour with other comedians in 2007. He has appeared on Sirius XM's Raw Dog Comedy Show, and in 2007 hosted a 3-hour phone-in show on the service at the request of Opie and Anthony, during which he advised callers on their relationship troubles. As of May 2011, Louie has hosted over 107 hours of radio with Opie and Anthony. In the Louis episode Barney/Never, Opie, Anthony, and Norton play the on-air talent of a stereotypical wacky morning radio program into which CK's character is calling to promote a nearby gig. During an interview with Secretary of Defense Donald Rumsfeld on the Opie and Anthony show, CK repeatedly asked Rumsfeld whether he is in fact a reptilian space alien who eats the poor. Rumsfeld declined to comment. The video has since gone viral. CK has been an occasional guest on The Bob and Tom Show, a showcase for comedians. He also works with Robert Smigel on TV Funhouse shorts exclusively for Saturday Night Live, with topics ranging from politics to surrealism. CK hosted Saturday Night Live on November 3, 2012 and was subsequently Emmy-nominated for Outstanding Guest Actor in a Comedy Series. He returned to host the show for a second time on March 29, 2014. Commercial innovation. CK was an early adopter innovator in distributing both his work and others via his website in a direct-to-consumer, DRM-free format. He has sold reasonably priced tickets for tours of his stand-up show via his website, circumventing the big-ticket companies, creatively playing venues that aren't part of their system. Because CK feels companies have created barriers to consumers obtaining products, he states his website is easy to use and has closed the gap between how easy it was to steal it, versus how easy it was to buy it. Personal life. CK and artist-painter Alex Bailey married in 1995 and divorced in 2008. Together, they had 2 daughters, with both CK and Bailey having joint custody. While CK was raised Catholic, he pokes fun at religion in his comedy and says he has zero idea how everything got here. CK has also been quoted as saying, "If I were to make a list of possibilities, God would be pretty far down. But if I were to make a list of people that know what the fuck they are talking about, I would be really far down." Although he infrequently discusses his political views, CK has defended same-sex marriage in his stand-up and has spoken negatively about capitalism. As for political partisanship, CK states, "Some things I think are very conservative, or very liberal. I think when someone falls into a one category for everything, I'm very suspicious. It doesn't make sense to me that you'd have the same solution to every issue." Discography, 2000, The Short Films of Louis C.K. 2001, Live in Houston, 2005, One Night Stand, 2007, Shameless, 2008, Chewed Up, 2010/2011, Hilarious, 2011, Live at the Beacon Theatre, 2012, Word Live at Carnegie Hall, 2013. Louis C.K. Oh My God, a Phoenix, AZ, Filmography, Non-Performance Credits, References. External links, Official website, Louis C.K. At the Internet Movie Database, Louis C.K.'s channel on YouTube, Louis C.K. On Twitter,